Yeah, they're gonna eat me alive.
No, they're not. I got you. Just stay alive.
Oh, you went the wrong. You. All right, I'm coming back to down you.
I got him.
Yeah, you've got a little bit of a better build than I do.
What's up YouTube, it's PTT back at it with another Division video. You have just seen, guys, my PvP build ripping through a couple of players, and I gotta say, while I've not been able to test this build in the way that I wanted to, because I can't really get into the dark zone with the whole shotgun striker thing going on, and Last Stand really for some reason isn't heavily populated on console at the moment in PTS. I've got to say that the small testing I have done has been a tremendous amount of fun with this build. I've thoroughly enjoyed it, and I want to bring it to you guys and show you yet again another Ninja backpack build that is a tremendous amount of fun. You know, again, I said it in the last video, build diversity coming with the Ninja backpack is going to be absolutely incredible, no word of a lie. So the last video I covered a PvE build. In this video we are covering a PvP build. So without further ado, let's just jump straight into it. Here we have it, guys. Ninja backpack. We are running 3 Predators Mark and 2 Peace Strikers. Now, let's just jump straight into it. Okay, as you can see, 294,000 on the DPS and 269 with the MP5 ST. We will get onto this in a little bit. The 3-piece strikers then, that is obviously giving us the 4-piece bonus. So we get the reload speed, the 8% flat damage increase to assault rifle and SMG damage. And of course the 4-piece is hit 10 shots without switching target to make the target bleed for 50% of damage already done by those bullets. Now, we actually hit incredibly hard for a number of reasons with this build. We will go over those in just a little bit. We are also running the 2-piece strikers. Okay, this gives us the 3-piece. So we get extra stability and we get extra enemy armor damage, and again, that's pretty cool, especially in PvP. You know, enemy armor damage has been a thing for a while now, so every little helps. This is, again, one of those builds. It's not mid-max. I said in the previous video there's no recalibrating currently on the PTS, so you can see I've got a piece to electronics and things like that. But let's go over the build, have a quick look at it. The chest piece is running health, skill, haste and ammo capacity. Okay, very good to run ammo capacity. The health is kind of a must for most builds nowadays. Skill, haste, because I have low electronics, and skill power, you know, I want to get my skills back as quickly as I can. I don't actually really use my skills in the way I should. I use them to proc weapon talents like competent, giving me more damage and things like that, but again, we will cover that in a little bit more detail later. My strikers has health on kill, damage to elites. Now, I would like this obviously to be on stamina or firearms, depending what route I would like to go. I'd probably like to dump a little bit more into my firearms if I could. Like to roll skill power as the major attribute, and you know, I'm not sure what I would want to run as a minor attribute for PvP. Again, PvP is not like a major thing for me. I don't really do PvP builds, so I think that would just come down to testing and recalibrating and trying out different things. The knee pads then, we have health, damage to elites, burn resistance, disorient resistance. We are rocking to firearms here. Again, I would like to, you know, drop another piece to firearms. Having 2 stamina, 2 firearms, 1 electronics is not normally how I tend to go, but that also being said, it does pretty well. It handles itself, so maybe I will leave it as it is and just try and change some of the other stats about and see what that does. Again, you know, this is the PTS. Testing is brilliant, but I can't wait to actually get in and really try to mid-max these builds. The Predators Mark gloves, I have skill haste, AR damage, crit hit chance. Now, again, skill haste, I use it to get my skills back. I use those skills to proc competent and things like that, giving me more damage, so I would probably leave that on there. I would be inclined to get rid of the crit chance for SMG damage and again further increase my damage output, or maybe roll skill haste away and go for crit damage. Again, it's a test build. I'm only playing at the moment. All these stats can be tweaked and changed. The aim of this video is not to show you a mid-max build, guys. It is just to show you some potential builds that I will then bring you later build guides on further down the line in 1.7 when we actually get to mid-max them. And of course, the striker holster here sitting on health. Again, a must. You could roll things like skill haste if I wanted to get the skills back quicker, but I'm genuinely happy with where the build's sitting so far. For those of you guys who haven't seen how I run weapons, then these are my two go-to weapons, my lvoa and my MP5. My lvoa has responsive on it, so when I get close I'm ripping things. It has destructive and it has competent in the third slot. So now you're starting to see, guys, the extra 10% damage from competent. If I'm close enough, I get an extra 10% from responsive. The enemy armor damage from destructive always helps. Put that on top of the 8% damage that we get for assault rifles with the Predator's Mark, and the stability for the strikers means we hit like a laser beam and we're doing a ton of damage. My MP5 ST then, again, rolls responsive. It has competent in its third slot and it has deadly. Critical hit damage is increased by 15%. Now the reason I chose deadly on the SMG is obviously SMG has baked in critical hit chance. You can see at the top 22.5%. So if we're going to be critting, why not go for the crit damage? That is kind of why I believe my MP5 hits a little bit harder than my lvoa at closer distances. But again, you know, SMG, the drop-off rate on damage and things like that, it does get weaker over distance. So they're my two weapons of choice for this build then. Let's have a little bit of a look at the stats before we pull up some more gameplay of this build in action. So weapon damage 19,388, crit chance is 1550, and crit damage is 37% on the lvoa. If we actually go to the MP5 and go over to the characters, we will see that the crit chance goes up to 30.5 and 91% crit damage. Headshot damage then on the MP5, 62%, accuracy, 33% stability. I do like having the stability from strikers, it is really good. A little bit extra reload speed, that obviously comes from the Predator's Mark, the 10% flat bonus there. We have AR damage baked into the gloves with the 8% flat damage. Now again, if we were to roll extra weapon damage, so we could have SMG damage, we would have SMG damage here, you know, anywhere up to, I think it's just over 1,000. It might be like 999. I honestly can't remember. It's been a long time since I recalibrated something to SMG damage, and obviously we get the 8% flat boost to SMG damage as well. Now these stats here, damage to elites and things, they're not very important. Our enemy armor damage, 10% on the MP5 ST. This is because we don't run destructive. But again, if we swap back to the lvoa and we go all the way back down to combat, there we go up to 43% enemy armor damage. And you know, that really does help. I personally like having enemy armor damage rolled high. Not only does it mean I can use my lvoa in PvE, but it means I can use it in PvP as well. Skill haste, we're sitting at 16%. Again, like I said, we're not spec to electronics and skill power, so any way that I can get my skills back quicker, thus proccing competent more frequently, allows me to do more damage, I am very happy. Survivability, 241,000 max health. Again, I would probably roll the electronics piece to firearms, so I wouldn't increase this, but some of my mods are spec to firearms because of that piece of electronics. So if I was to roll the electronic mask to firearms, then I could swap out some of the firearms mods to stamina mods, then increasing my maximum health. Obviously armor mitigation, 31.64, this could be increased as well with better pieces of gear. You know, I think it rolls up to like 35% now, so you can definitely get the armor mitigation up. That of course is going to increase your toughness, and yeah, that is the build. Again guys, like I said, it isn't mid-max, unfortunately, but it is a build I want to mid-max going forward. There are a few variations of this build as well. If I actually go on, where are they? Somewhere. So I have strikers knee pads here. I can actually put the 3-piece strikers on, giving me the 4-piece, which obviously gives me the extra damage, and that drops me to the 3-piece Predator's Mark. So it takes away the bleed, but I still get the AR and SMG damage. So there are two ways you can run this build. Personally, at the moment, I kind of like having the bleed from the Predators, but again, you know, come 1.7, when I actually get to mid-max these builds, I will try both. I will see what's better. I will crunch some numbers and see if there's actually a better and worse set, and of course update the video accordingly. But yeah, what I'm going to do do now, guys, is quickly pull up some more gameplay of this in action. Again, like I said, I'm sorry I can't bring you a stupid amount of gameplay mullering through other agents. But Last Stand, it is just not populated for some reason on the console PTS, and the Dark Zone is in such a piss poor shape at the moment with striker shotguns, with everybody using them. It is just not a viable place to test anything, and that's kind of sad. Now, like I said, hopefully 1.7 will come out. These are actually pieces of gear I already have, okay? Come 1.7, I already have myself 2-3 Ninja backpacks that I can recalibrate and tweak. I already have all the Predators and all the Strikers gear. I'm going to hang on to those. So this is actually one of those builds I should be able to min-max very quickly and put into action when 1.7 goes live. So expect probably one of the very first videos I bring out is this build. It will be the 4-piece Predators with the 3-piece Strikers, followed up by the 4-piece Strikers and the 3-piece Predators, where we actually see what is better in comparison. But yeah, there you have it, guys. Another NinjaBike backpack episode. I'm seriously excited to carry on bringing you these videos. I think Ninja offers an awful lot of things going forward. I'm excited to see what kind of things the community can come up with. And if you guys have got any ideas, hit me up in the comment section down below. I will gladly test them out for you. But for now, agents, that is going to do this video. I hope you liked it. If you did, it would be greatly appreciated if you dropped a thumbs up. Let me know all your thoughts and comments in the section down below. If you're new to the channel, then don't forget to subscribe. There are plenty more Division videos coming your way. But for now, agents, thank you very much for watching, and until the next video, I'll catch you all soon.